Welcome back to the Paddle and Fin Podcast Network. We're brought to you by Yak Gadget. For all your kayak fishing accessory needs, go to yakgadget.com. Pelican cases, coolers, and lighting. Go to pelican.com. The 153 Bait Company. For all your hard and soft bait needs, go to the153anglers.com. Now let's get this show started.
Welcome back to the final cast. I'm your host, Josh. I'm your healthy host, Josh.
I'm Brad. Dude, I'm always sick, man. It seems like every time we do this, I'm sick.
Dude, you need to start taking vitamins. You got to do something.
I started taking Flintstone vitamins.
Well, that's your problem. Those are for children, not adults.
No, they're not. I did research.
So how's it going, dude?
Trying to hold in a cough right
Besides
now.
Being sick.
Good. I mean, I haven't been fishing or anything lately, but
yeah,
it's whatever.
Me either.
The river's flooded. It's been flooded since beginning of December.
Yeah, it's
sucks.
pretty gnarly.
Yep, it sucks.
So, you ready to get into this?
Yeah, cool little product that we saw on Facebook.
Yeah. You ran across it on Facebook, and what's even crazier is that our dude Chris Anderson saw your comment and instantly, I mean, within probably the hour of you posting it, maybe even quicker, sent me our guest information, and they are buddies. I think he said high school buddies, actually. I can't remember, high school or college buddies. And so I got in touch with our guest. His name's Nick Thompson, and he is the owner of Big Mouth Kayak Crates. Nick, welcome to the show, buddy. How's it going?
Good. Thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. I don't know if you were listening, but Brad and I were just discussing how he ran across your Facebook page, and I had actually seen some stuff being posted up and some of the other groups and things like that. Mm-hmm. And Brad made a comment and tagged me in it. And then it was funny because Chris Anderson, which is a mutual friend of ours, reached out and gave me your information. So I shot you a text message, and here we are, man.
Yeah. Chris is a good friend, man. I've known him since high school.
That's what I thought. I wasn't
sure
sure
if he's in
college or high school. So
I didn't know he was much of a kayak fisherman. But
yeah, now you do.
Yeah. Oh,
Where'd
yeah.
you guys
go ahead. Sorry,
Where'd you guys go to high school?
Amelia High School.
Okay.
Chris wanted me to mention, about fishing at the mansion or in front of the mansion or something like that.
Yeah, we used to hang out there back in the days, mostly at night. And, he used to catch fish barehanded out of there.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
A lot of drinks happening there.
I had a spot like that. We used to catfish over by in West Carrollton by the river in these little ponds, and we used to catch monsters, man. And we'd get drunk as hell actually out there all the time and build big bonfires, and we'd go out there right before it got dark, collect firewood, and then be like, "Oh, dude, it's 5 a.m, man. We better go." Like,
oh yeah,
it's a lot of
hell.
fun.
They built a neighborhood there now, so the lake's still there, but you can't fish it.
Yeah. Well, Nick, I wanted to start by you telling us a little bit about yourself, what got you into kayak fishing, and what kind of kayak you got, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, I got in it probably a year and a half ago. A buddy of mine, he had the Hobie 360, and said it was the whip, pretty much like everybody else does. So I went and got one. Didn't know the price of it until I went to purchase it. Yeah, that's always a good one. And, he got me on it and got me fishing the trail there, the Cincinnati Fish and Kayak Trail here out of Cincinnati. Yeah, Strictly Sail puts on. And went and hit a couple of tournaments up, the ones I can hit. But, I got the Hobie 360 Pro Angler 14. And that's pretty much it, man. He got me in it, and that was it after that.
So did you Did you run into Chris at any of the tournaments this year?
I seen his name on there. I didn't know he was, you know, a kayak fisherman. I mean, he posted a few pictures here and there, but I didn't know he was, you know, in the tournaments just like he was. But surprised the hell out of me.
Yeah,
He's got some hot sticks, man.
Yeah, fighting up there at the top all year with our
Oh,
other
yeah.
buddy Mike.
Yeah, he's impressive, man.
It was fun watching him break out this year in the local scene, and you know, Brad's actually known Chris longer than I have. They met through, was it from the OGF? Really? No kidding.
Yeah, I fished with him for the first time like 4 years ago, something like that.
And then I met him last year, the year before. Towards the end of the year or like mid-year in the summer and stuff, and him and I went on a couple river trips, and yeah, that was when me, you, and him and Justin went out the one time, I think. So
yeah,
he's a good
time.
20. Yeah, I just ran into him at the show here in Cincinnati. We just had our fishing expo, and he was there, and got to catch up with him.
Heck yeah. Now, if anybody's wondering, Brad is got a nasty cough and cold. So if you hear weird noises and gasp and all kinds of stuff, like, and it's cut out real weird, it's Brad because he keeps hitting his mute button. So just as a kind of, you know, let you guys know what that weird noise is. It's hilarious, Brad. This is you. This is what it sounds like. You're like,
oh man. Yeah, I was doing it last week too because it started exactly last Tuesday night. So.
Oh, did it really?
Yeah, we were recording and I had to keep hitting my mute button to clear my throat.
No good. No good. Well, at least we're not doing this in person. We got to be worried about you spreading your cooties everywhere, dude.
Yeah,
airborne.
Yeah. But, so let's Brad, you got anything you want to try to attempt to say?
No, I mean, let's get into the crate stuff, man. I got the website pulled up.
All right.
Yeah, I with the crates, man, it was just kind of, you know, I searched around, tried to find something to fit on the back of the 14, and I just couldn't find anything big enough. You know, the way I wanted to set up. I wanted to take everything in the kitchen sink with me. So, and I wanted to be able to fit the trolling motor. I mean, the motor battery inside the crate also. So I couldn't find nothing. Even the biggest crates out there, I didn't want to purchase it and not like it. So I just went ahead and built my own.
Yeah.
And kind of drew it up like everybody else would do something, and do some ideas around by myself, and just started building it. And then
you mentioned you put the battery in the back, and you have a motor. Do you put the motor on the back, or you have it on the front?
Yeah, I got the trolling motor on the back.
Okay.
Torpedo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was thinking it was one of the bigger batteries in a bow mount or something.
No, I'm not. I just don't like the bow mount motors. Trolling motors on the front. I mean, I like to fish left to right. So I mean, it's just. I like the trolling motor in the back. The battery's in the crate. You know, it's protected. So, you know, I designed it for myself. I didn't design it for other people. I didn't design it to market it. I didn't to sell it or anything. Something I just wanted for myself. And then a buddy of mine, Clint, he wanted one. So I built him one. And he fell in love with it. And then, you know, another guy's seen it. Well, then I go to, you know, the Hobie was hurting my back. The seat was when I was fishing all day. So I'd fish 4 hours, get out, stretch my back out, get back on and fish a little bit, you know, and, you know, it was just to where I was so sore Sunday night, you know, I didn't know about going to work Monday. So I was like, man, I got to sell my kayak. So that's why how this all happened is I was selling my kayak on Marketplace, Facebook, and nobody wanted to buy the damn kayak. Had so much money invested in it. The trolling motor and the power pole and everything. Nobody wanted the kayak, but everybody kept asking about that damn crate. You know, and I was like, man, I'm not selling them. You know, I'm just made them for a couple buddies, and that was it. But then, you know, more and more questions and people offering more than what I paid for it to build it. So,
Mm-hmm.
And I just, I didn't want to sell the kayak. I pulled the kayak off. I didn't want to sell the kayak. I just missed it going out there and fishing with everybody. And the camaraderie of the tournaments, man, that's what's cool. That's what I like about the kayak world. It's everybody's cool. It's a good thing to be in. But started getting a hold of a lot of people. And I had one guy push me, from up in Pittsburgh. He's the one that pushed me the most. And, so you might have something here. Everybody's wanting one. I've been showing people pictures. And so what I did is, I came up with the company label, the logo, and just woke up on a Sunday morning, man, and said, hell with it. Let's just put it on Facebook, 5 Facebook sites. And it just blew up.
That's cool.
It was like probably midday. I already had, 20 orders in one
Holy
day.
crap.
And then it was just, after that, it's just blown up. It's all the way from New York to California. It's all over. It's cool. I got to talk to a lot of people, you know what I mean? And learned a lot about, that's the thing is, I'm an electrician, so I didn't know nothing about manufacturing, or mass production of anything. And I'm still figuring it out. But that's the cool part of it, man, is just taking it from step one and to where we're at now. And I had a customer build the website for me. Raymond, he did help me out a lot on that end, just because he took care of it. I didn't have to touch anything. He got it up and running, and we got to still get in there and tweak a little bit of stuff. But I got like 3 models I'm coming out with, but I want to get them 3 models out there. And once we get them out there, to be a little bit easier to get your options and stuff like that. But
that's cool though, because it seems like all the best products in the kayak fishing industry always come from a similar story like yours, where they wanted something for themselves, so they built it, and more people see it, and then they want it. So
just domino affected. It's cool. It's a cool community. That's the thing is everybody's called. I talk to everybody by phone. I give them my number. I talk to them, and they like that. It's a one-on-one deal, and all these crates are one-off. That's the thing is, I'm trying to keep it basic, but everybody's like, man, let's add this, let's add that. And I'm like, man, I can do it. It's just going to cost you.
Yeah.
But I do battery boxes in the back, dividers now. I'm doing a Yeti backpack cooler holder on top of one of my lids, for a customer. So, it's the sky's the limit, but then you start dealing with weight issues and all that. So, you want to keep it light, but I'm looking for lighter products too. It's, what I started with for mine and what I'm trying to get to is, just a lighter product for the kayak.
So what are you using right now for plastic?
Right now, I'm just using PVC board. So, it's readily accessible, and nothing's cheap when it comes to plastic. And that's what I realized. Anything that's made by a machine that takes oil or anything like that. So, there's a lot to it. So, I'm looking into the HDPE. I like that product. It's very lightweight, but that's getting me into the CNC machining of the product. And, I'm trying to keep it one-off. I think if I get in the CNC machine side of it, then it's going to be, one basic model for a Hobie and, one basic model for other kayaks, so.
Yeah.
But 90%, 95% of everybody's been Hobies already, it's a lot of Hobie guys because it's specifically to fit just in the back of the Hobie the way it's set up.
Now, do you do custom orders, or is it just strictly?
Yeah, that's the thing is I talk to them one-on-one. So, the customer calls me, we talk about it, go from there, and, I give them a price right then and there, and then plus shipping.
Okay.
So
they got to provide you with like the dimensions of the well of their kayak in order for it to work.
Yeah. Well, I got the Pro Angler 14 and 12. I got all the basic measurements for that, what they need. If they want it any bigger, we can do it bigger, but I've already put it through the trials and already used it enough to know what fits right for you. When you turn around in your seat, open the lid, to where you're not cramped up, and you're able to get to the back of the kayak. I mean, the back of the box and everything. So,
yeah, dude, I really like the design, but my favorite thing that I see that you're doing on here is it looks super sturdy. Like it looks like the material, like the walls of the crate have a good thickness. I love the drainage all the way around. That's awesome. But my favorite thing is the hinges. Love the hinges, man.
Yeah, the struts and the hinges. I mean, it's, you know, like I said, I was building it for myself. So it was all, I went through everything to try to make it work right. And this is what I found, you know, and that's one of the models there with all the holes around it. And then, you know, another model was just the holes on the side. And then the third model will be a solid waterproof box, which is heavier, but, you know, it's completely waterproof.
Yeah.
You know,
So what are the dimensions on the Mega Crate?
A lot of them are, well, they're all 28 inches long by like 16 and a quarter wide. You know, if you want dividers, it gets a little wider. Like if you notice in a couple of them, it's, I'm coming out with the pictures here soon. I'll be done with these next 4 I got in the shop. So they have all the dividers and the battery compartments and, you know, a little bit more. I got rid of the regular holes in the handles, you know, and I got actually heavy duty kayak handles in there now. So, I mean, the product's getting better as it goes. You know, it's just, you know, and I got a latch system that's pretty much like a Yeti cooler latch, the rubber latch on the front now, you know, and they can come with a lock. If you want to lock, that's an option. So, I mean, pretty much, you know, they're made, if you flip your kayak, you're not losing all your shit out of it. You know, the lid's going to stay tight. I mean, I've had one customer, he's already flipped it, man, and he lost all of his rods, but he saved all of his tackle. But, you know.
Now, did you make any ways to be able to secure it down on the kayak? Is there any suggestions for our listeners if they were to purchase one of how you're doing that?
Yeah, I mean the factory straps that come with the back of the Hobies come with the factory bungee cord that goes all the way around, and we just loop that into the rod holders. You can see in some of the pictures, you know, the strap comes up on the sides and straps in there, and it's also on 1-inch rubber feet underneath it, so it's not sitting, you know, plastic to plastic on your kayak. It's actually got rubber feet. And it fits down into the molds. If you got a couple of crevices there, you know, for the bottom of the kayak there, they fit right in there. It stops us from shifting left or right, you know. So you strap it down good. I mean, I got hold down straps I can put on them too, but I mean, it's every kayak's different.
Yeah. So have you been getting a lot of requests outside of the Hobie?
Yeah,
the Hobie gang, the Hobie clique.
Yeah, I mean, it's the bona fides. I do get a lot of questions about them, and like I said, I just run up to strictly sell and pull measurements. But I mean, you just got to think your 3700s. A lot of people are using the Plano edges, you know. So I mean, you them are wide as they are now, and then you figure a crate, and some of these kayaks ain't built in the back like the Hobie. The Hobie you can fit, you know, the bigger crate in it. But I mean, I can build them any measurement, any kayak. I mean, that's what I want everybody to know is they're completely custom made to your specifications. If you want them 2 foot tall, 18 inches tall, 6 inches wide, 8 inches wide, I mean, anything you want, I can make it. You know what I mean? It's just, you know, and it's a one-on-one deal. I'm sending you pictures as you're getting your crate made. So it's, you know, it's a cool process for them, for the customers. You know, they like that side of it, and they actually get to talk to the owner. But right now, that's what I'm doing, you know, and, you know, I mean, I'm sure in the future it's going to change, but, you know, I still like that one-on-one with them. And, you know, a lot of them are happy. I mean, when they call me, they're talking to me, you know, and they're cool just to do that, you know, just to talk to someone about it.
Heck yeah.
I'm digging I'm digging what you're doing with the paint, the colors, and that sort of thing. That's pretty cool too, man.
Yeah, they're all custom match. I mean, I go, it's a lot to it. I mean, that's the thing. These crates, that's why they're prices they are, and not only are they custom made, but the paint, everything on them, and there's a lot to it.
So have you had any issues with the paint? Because I know painting that stuff can be kind of tricky sometimes to where it wants to flake off.
Well, yeah, you gotta do the process right for the paint to stick right. Then you gotta, I do 3 to 4 coats of clear. I mean, I do some heavy clear on it. I mean, it's going to get hit, it's going to get chipped, but I mean, I haven't had any issues with chips, but I mean, it holds up. I mean,
yeah,
you can stand on top of my crates,
Nice.
Woo.
So I mean, you stand on top of them, and I mean, they're stout. I mean, I don't know about putting Chris Anderson on top of one, but I mean, no, he didn't hear that. He didn't hear that.
He will, man.
He ain't gonna hear that. We're gonna edit that out.
That's funny.
No, he'll be the first one to rip on himself. So
nah, but I mean, they will hold up. I mean, I wouldn't be scared to put them on it. You know what I mean? I mean, I just think the way I built them from the first one I started is they're getting built a lot better now. I'm not saying I didn't cut any corners back then, but if I'm putting a product out there for everybody to use, I want to stand behind it 100%.
Right.
And I want it to last,
So how does the construction of the box go together? Is it like screwed in, or is it popped together?
I wish it was popped together that easy, but yeah, I do use pretty much 2-inch screws, heavy duty screws on them. And some of it gets glued, PVC glue, but I mean, it is, I don't know, just trying to hold back on all the weight. I mean, that's the thing is, if I can come up with another product, I mean, I know the HDP's out there, but you can't really run that through a saw and do all the routering like you can with the PVC board. Yeah. I mean, that's like the crate you see with all the holes in it. I mean, those holes are just regular holes cut, but then I send it over to my daughter and she does all the routering. She likes doing that part of it. She likes to help out. She helped in the design process of it a little bit.
That's cool.
This is her room, by the way, so I'm not a Florida Gator fan. I'm just letting y'all know that right now. I'm in her room. I'm in her room because it's quiet.
Yeah, I was like, oh, the walls are good. With
no, that right there.
I was digging the LED lights, and
this is my daughter's room, man. My room's out in the shop. That's the only room I have is out there.
That's very cool, man. So one of the other things that I saw was what looked like I don't want to say crate, like a tray system. It looks like it fits sitting on the front hatch of a Hobie. Is that
yeah? That's the coffin crate I came up with, and the way that is, I mean, the thing I don't want to put out there about that is that's not on the market. I'm not selling it. And that's why I pulled it back off the websites, because it does take you drilling holes in the front of your kayak and measuring. And all the guys I've talked to, I mean, I've talked, like I said, a lot of guys from all over. And I'm trying to package the product to where I asked most of them, I was like, if I was to break this down and you had to put it together at home to save you on shipping, can you do it? 95% of them say, hell no. I want it straight out of the box on a kayak. I want to fish it that day. As soon as it gets to me, I'm putting it on. I don't want to have to build something. I can't build it. Most of them don't even know how to work a screwdriver. Some of them do, some of them don't, and that's the thing is, I tried to get the shipping prices down, but the weight of the crate, I mean, it gets up, we're up to like 17 pounds with the compartments in it for the batteries and the dividers and everything. Everything starts adding weight, and that's the big thing with our kayaks is keeping that weight down.
Yep.
But
it'd be a challenge for sure. I didn't.
It is. That weight's a big deal. I mean, you can put airbags in the back of the kayak, and RS sells them. You can blow it up in the back. That gives you a little bit in the back, to pull you up some. But, that's the big thing I'm fighting is that weight, and the minute I start into the HDP of it and I'm trying not to outsource anything. I want to keep everything in house, and keep everything right here.
Yeah,
that's the way to do it.
It's one of those things, man. Hopefully the cost of that, those materials and stuff will come back down. I mean, Brad and I we've been talking to a lot of people, and we saw the price increases with kayaks themselves, and especially after Texas got frozen, and and all the other things that happened down there. And it's unfortunate when so much stuff, we're all realizing through the pandemic of how much we've kind of as a country grown accustomed, or not accustomed, but we're very reliant, and hopefully that opens some eyes out there to, these big companies that outsource so much stuff that we need to keep things in house to, keep things in check. And that way we're not sitting there with the grocery stores shelves empty and cars not being able to be made. And,
it's hurting everybody. I mean, that's the thing is, I didn't know how to price it when I first came out with it, and then the materials I was getting and the labor I put into it. So that's why the price I threw on there. But, and I know kayakers, it's kind of like they buy once, cry once. That's what I was always told. And man, I give everybody the price after we're done, and everybody's been cool with it. I mean, the price starts. I mean, I tell them, the price starts at $350 for the basic box and goes up from there. And most of the time I'm at $400 and $500 just for the crate. That's then plus shipping. So I mean, these guys are paying for it; they're buying it, but I want to get the price down for them too. I'm not in it. I want everybody to be comfortable with this crate, and I want everybody to want, to have it. I'm not looking to put nobody out of business. There's enough kayakers out there for all of us, and get it out, Brad. Just get it out.
But did you go to the show, or did you have a booth?
No, I didn't have a booth. Like I said, I'm trying to get these 4 crates done right now, so I can shoot a YouTube video. I want to put it out there first to talk about the product, and go over some things with what I'm going to be doing in the future and what we're doing now. But I went to the show just, hang out with the guys from Strictly Sail. Like I said, Chris and them were up there. Me and a buddy went Friday. Then I went back up Saturday to, pretty much talk business, and ran into John from Yak Gadget.
Yeah.
And super nice guy, man. I mean, me and him talked for a while, and I got a lot of advice from him. And I mean, I told him what I was doing, and he was cool as hell about it, man, and told me what to do and what not to do, pretty much, and he's a good dude, man. And if he ever listens, I thank him a lot, for the advice I got from him. He's super nice guy.
Yeah, we met him
2 years ago.
2 years ago at the Cincinnati show, and we were really digging some of his the ideas and stuff. And we've been good with him, cool with him since. And Brad and I both fish on his pro staff, and we helped set up one of the bona fides in his booth. And heck, I think he shared a booth this year with Loveland, didn't he, Brad?
Yeah.
So that was really cool. And Mark, he's a really good dude. We have a lot of fun when we actually have him on the episodes too, because he's a good talker, and he has a lot of great ideas, and he's one of those people, like, he's gonna help you. Like, he's very, very kind, and he's not in it just to be making money. Like, he enjoys the community, enjoys kayak fishing, and he's a good dude. So big shout out to Yak Gadget.
Oh yeah, good guy, man. He just as long as you let him eat during the shows, people. That's all he asks. Every time he went to eat, he's getting bothered, so I had to deal with that.
Yeah,
I believe it.
But he's a real good guy, man. I mean, any questions I had, and I thought about it the day before I went up to talk to him. I was like, man, I want to talk to this guy, and fill him out. And I mean, he's growing as a business too, and it's good to hear from him and the way he's set up, and the way his shop's set up, and I want to get down there and visit him. I mean, he's got a heck of an operation going down there.
Heck, that could be you, man, someday.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, man, is all of our brains work the same way, man, when it comes to kayak. And what can we make, to make our lives easier, and make it easier on the water for us. And it's just putting it in the paper and then building it. I mean, that's all it is. It's just having that creative mind, I think, and to be able to see it before you build it. I mean, that coffin crate, I was sitting there looking at my crate, and I was like, man, I want something to match the front. It'd be cool to have a crate on the front. And I drew that thing out within minutes, and then already had it made within an hour, and then, straight to the paint booth. So, yeah, it was cool. Just like that. It was on the front of the kayak. And the way I have that built is you can take that crate off the front and put the plugs in that match the kayak too. So you can take that crate off, plug it, waterproof it. So, you can either keep it on or take it off, whatever you want to do.
There's like a big market for stuff like that too, like especially like trays for under the seat and motor mounts for kayaks. Like a lot of kayaks out there, there's no custom motor mounts for them yet. So
I heard that's what John was talking about is Hobie ain't going to warranty the kayaks on the front mount of the front mounts for the trolling motors. So
really,
yeah, I just heard that over the weekend from him. They just don't want them front mounted. They're not made to hold it, I guess. Yeah. And just the stuff they're coming up with for the front, but I don't know. I mean, we'll see about that, but
I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense because, you take a shot to front mounted trolling motor, that's putting a lot of weird torque, at least with like a torpedo or the rear, it's going to kick up back, and not put that weird bend on the front of your kayak. So, I mean, have you guys seen Gene Jensen when he had a stomp there and he just eats shit right in the water? It's so great. Like, because I love Fluke Master, man. I've been watching his videos forever, and he's a good-hearted dude, and and he totally was like, made fun of himself and posted it up right away. And,
no, it's funny.
But yeah, man. Like I said, and like Brad saying, keep doing what you're doing, man, because it's refreshing. There's a lot of people always that are gonna have like some sticker shock and that sort of thing, but I mean, hell, dude, we saw it with Catch. The Catch was started on the same type of thought that you had is, man, we need one of these. Let's build one in the garage. And they did. And now that board is used across the country and just about every stinking kayak tournament.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the thing. I mean, I've had the haters, complaining about the prices. But, man, what's cool about it is, to every one hater, there's 10 guys bashing him. You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, we're not telling you to buy it. You ain't got to buy it. I mean, that's the thing. It's more geared toward the tournament fishermen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing is, I mean, I got one now that's hold 12 rods. The guy's got 12 rod holders on it. I don't know. They come with 8 or 6, whatever you want, and he wanted 12. So, I mean, that's the thing is,
and then it's
whatever you want, man.
It's that man thing too. Like, Brad's got 6 rod holders. I want 12, bro. Yeah.
Hey, he ain't even got 12 rods, man. I want 12 rod holders just to beat that guy.
Just to beat that guy. He's like putting his paddles in there. He's putting a net in there.
Oh, yeah. He's bringing shit he don't even use.
Random tree limbs, stuffing them down there, putting a flag on it.
That's funny.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, man. I mean, the sky's the limit with them, but I mean, keep it reasonable, weight wise. I mean, you just gotta, see where you're at with it. I mean, they're cool, man, because nobody's seen them. I mean, that's the thing is when people see them, they want to touch them and feel them, and once they see it, and see how sturdy it is, it's they're like, man, I gotta have it, So I mean, it's pretty cool, man, and being able to talk to everybody. It's a good deal.
Heck yeah, man.
I mean, Brad, like I said, just being on your guys' show, man, it's a hell of an honor, and I appreciate it. And
it's our pleasure, man. We love doing these product showcases, and talking to people with the different products, like it's refreshing. I love seeing the new stuff keep coming out, and it's been a while, like, because of the supply chain issues that we've seen something be released. A lot of stuff was put on hold, so it's kind of refreshing to see things kind of returning back to normal, like we saw where Catch's getting ready to release their cart, and you've got these other products are going to start kind of coming back out again. It's a nice refreshing thing. So
I think we'll see more and more of it within the next year or two. It's cool.
Well, Nick, anything else you wanted to share, buddy?
Nah, man, just you pretty much hit it nail on the head. Hit my Instagram up. Everybody knows how to find it, man. So that and the website, just shoot me an email, then we'll talk. All right.
Brad, anything else, buddy?
Nope, man. We're good. You're waiting for me to cough on you.
Just one more time, man. Give it to us one more time. No, I appreciate it, Josh. I appreciate it, Brad. I mean, heck of an opportunity, man, and I appreciate it. And I thank you guys a lot, man. I appreciate it.
Not a problem, man. Well, Brad, you want to attempt to take us out and finish this up?
No, I'm all right.
All right, everybody. Thanks for listening to the final cast. We'll catch you guys next week. See you.
See you later.
Bye.